We are about set for some football, and it's Joey Sly to kick things off. And off we go from Minneapolis. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. First and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Rashad White. And he's going to be dropped behind the line. Terrific push defensively. They came out of the locker room ready to go.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. That's Palmer, the man in motion. He'll look to throw. He'll air one out for Palmer. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. At their own 42-yard line. They'll run with the former 7th-round draft pick, Isaiah Pacheco. And he's fighting to get free. A lot of work there for a gain of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the shotgun, it is McCarthy. Into the familiar hands of Justin Jefferson. And he will score! Justin Jefferson! Touchdown, Minnesota. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. Slides extra point, up and good. The Vikings will take a 7-0 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. This one complete to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He's got it at the 7, and he will score. Amon-Ra St. Brown. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. The extra point is up and through. And the Bucs will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. This fielded at about the 9. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. McCarthy now to throw on 1st and 10. Open man downfield. It's Addison. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 36 yards. Out wide to try the tight end screen. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
Mike, did you see how hyped the sideline got after that run after catch? I thought the bench was going to run out onto the field to celebrate. He refused to go down on first contact and second contact for that matter.
And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Vikings. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Vikings will move out to a 14-7 lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slides to kick it away. This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His 3rd catch goes for a 1st down.
And this quarterback has a reputation for being one of the faster quarterbacks in the league. But what I loved here is, yes, he used his legs, but he remained a passer for as long as he could and leads to a nice pickup.
He'll move it ahead for about 3 yards. Cameron Bynum up from the secondary to make the play. 2nd and 7. Tight end going in motion here. Now they'll set up to throw. That's caught. Trey Palmer. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll air one out for Palmer. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll throw out of the gun. That is incomplete. They took a chance throwing it on 4th and short, but not to be, and they'll turn it over on downs.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
On the ground to start the drive with Pacheco. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll put Addison in motion. Throwing on 2nd down is McCarthy. They'll set up the screen to Pacheco. Down the sideline. And he's out of bounds all the way inside the 15-yard line. A big play for Minnesota. 33 yards. They'll run right side with Pacheco. And he'll get this only to about the 10. He was taken down to the 10-yard line. 1-yard gain brings us 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. It's 3rd and 7. They'll run with Pacheco. And he will get into the end zone. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Minnesota. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Give him a 2nd touchdown on this one. What an opening quarter, Greg. 2 rushing touchdowns in the 1st.
Well, Mike, we kind of had a feeling this might be the case. They told us all week how important it was to get this guy involved early and often, and boy, have they ever. He has made his presence felt here early in this one.
That one over the back line of the end zone. The touchback means the drive will start at the 30. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. They'll start this on the ground. And here's White. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, it's been the case this entire 1st half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Now a loose football. And the defense has it. Well, the ball comes out, and the scramble for it, it ends up becoming a turnover, and the offense walks off the field disappointed with that fumble.
Mike, when you look at a stat sheet at the end of the game and you want to determine which team wins and which team loses, at the top of the list is ball security.
And he's in. Justin Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Slides extra point, up and good. The Vikings are able to extend their first quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Slide to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This one complete to Palmer. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch. And it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
And that will be incomplete. They could not hook up on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are through one. It's the Vikings with the edge. More from the Twin Cities in a moment. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. They'll look to throw yet again. And good work there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
It's 2 straight plays now where this secondary has won their matchup. And right now the offense needs to find some plays that just call for easy completions. Get your wide receivers in space. Allow them to run after the catch. Because right now these downfield passes, the defense is all over them.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. This one complete right side. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. He brings it down to the 5-yard line, but now it is 3rd and goal.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
The Bucs have the field goal unit on the field. This about as short as you can get. He'll bang that one through. It's good. And the Buccaneers are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in 1st and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. A hit, and he has lost the football. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often, and when they do, you got to seize the moment.
They'll put Addison in motion. They're going to run out of the gun with Pacheco. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
The offensive line doing a great job opening these run lanes. They have been there this entire first half. And I think if I'm this play caller, until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away, I think I'm just going to keep turning around and handing it to that guy.
Short pass taken in by the tight end. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
That's caught downfield by Jefferson. A big half continues. Already 2 touchdowns on the score sheet. And here, this grab gets him a 1st down. They'll go play action here with McCarthy. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. What teamwork, the receiver coming back for the completion. 18 yards on the connection. It'll be a Vikings 1st down.
We've now seen this quarterback show that he can beat you from both inside and now outside of the pocket. The ability to use his legs to flush out and buy time for his receivers. They uncover downfield, leads to a big pickup.
Here's 2nd and 2. Once again, it's Pacheco. And he will score again. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Minnesota. 3 touchdowns for the game. His first 3 of the year. So his big first half continues. 3 rushing touchdowns already. Maybe have to start looking at the record book. See if he can do it. The record in a game is 6. And this one is fielded in the end zone. Will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. That's Palmer, the man in motion. To the air now on 1st and 10. He'll air one out for Palmer. He's got it. And he will dive into the end zone. 70 yards. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Kone Wanwu now to return. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield. They'll start on the ground with Pacheco. Finding space inside the 40. And he's got another one. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Vikings. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. Slides extra point, up and good. And the Vikings add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. Back to throw. He connects with Palmer on that one. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. To the right side, that's St. Brown. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game, and they're knocking on the door here, 1st and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Pushed back to the 11-yard line for 2nd and goal. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. He was looking for Rashad White out of the backfield. And now it's 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. He pulls it in around the 5. A nice run there, bringing it down to the 2. And decision time. 4th and goal.
Nice job by the defense there, stopping them short on 3rd down. brings up fourth, but Mike, honestly, I don't think there's much decision to be made. He's got to keep his offense out there. They need to come away with points. Find themselves down multiple scores in this one. They're going to have to maximize these possessions.
And he's going to be taken down. Could not get rid of the football. And they'll turn it over. Stop on 4th and goal. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. They do try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll get to about the 15, and that's it. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Hi, Coach. Thank you. Two very different halftime speeches by these head coaches, that's for sure, as we get set for half number 2. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway. And he's brought down right at the 35-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. A run up the middle with Pacheco. Inside the 30. A big run. They finally get to him and bring him down.
That's as dynamic a run as you're going to see. He gets really good initial blocking at the point of attack. That springs him loose. But then it's just his speed and open field running that does the rest.
Here's Pacheco. We're trying to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. From a little closer, here's 2nd and goal. They'll put Addison in motion. They'll run with Pacheco. And he cannot be stopped. He's into the end zone again. Isaiah Pacheco. Touchdown, Minnesota. He is having a performance to remember. There's 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Following the touchdown, here's Sly to kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. That's Palmer, the man in motion. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now, he'll air one out. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
And up until this point, we haven't seen a lot go their way, but here in the third quarter, they're starting to find some plays. They're starting to get some opportunities. Just got to ask yourself if it's too little, too late.
They'll look to throw again. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
To the right side here, pass is caught, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point and go for 2. He'll drop to throw. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. In motion, it's Jefferson. From the gun, here's Pacheco. Nice gain on first down, but the penalty flags come in. And the question now, will the play stand? On the handoff, this is Pacheco. Well, they'll get the penalty yardage back here. Pickup of 10, and it will be 2nd and 10.
Really nice job by the interior of this offensive line. It typically just takes one guy to distort the defense to give the back enough room to operate, and that's exactly what they did here, and it led to a big gain.
They'll run the draw with Pacheco. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Putting the tight end in motion. To the air on 3rd down is McCarthy. We'll try to set up the screen here with Pacheco. 10 yards for number 10 on that one, and it's 1st and 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll run it straight ahead with Pacheco. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the gain to nothing.
They'll try and throw it with McCarthy. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. It'll be a punt coming up for the Vikings. That's taken at about the 14. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down.
It seemed to me from up here, Mike, that he really locked in on that guy. He told himself, I'm going to give my guy a chance to go compete for this ball. But anytime he enters such a crowded area, it usually means if he works through his progression, there's an easier throw somewhere on the field. Instead, he tries to fit it in and just wasn't able to quite make the completion.
A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line.
And, Mike, I think as they try to find themselves clawing back in this game, they're going to have to make a concentrated effort here in the second half to continue to get him involved. Give him opportunities in space with the ball in his hand, and chances are, when he has it, good things happen.
You have a tight end motioning left here. Throwing now on 1st and 10. This one complete to Palmer. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is 1st down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early 1st down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike. Touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. They'll run with White. Yeah. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Inside the 5, it is 2nd and goal. One more time, it's White. That play may have taken a little bit too long to develop. It's no gain. He's back at the 4-yard line.
Give credit to this defense, Mike. Their back's against the wall, and they're standing tall so far. Nothing on those first 2 runs. We'll see what the offense has in store now as they bring up 3rd down.
They'll try to run with White. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Rashad White. Touchdown, Buccaneers. The decision is made. The offense will stay out there and go for 2. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. In motion, it's Jefferson. They'll fake the give, and now it's McCarthy. And that is incomplete. They couldn't hook up there. And Now a give to Pacheco, running right. And he's going to be stuck well behind the line of scrimmage. A play going absolutely nowhere. Third and long. Now the Bucs will take their first time out. They'll send a tight end in motion. On third down, they go with Pacheco. That is not going to work at all. He'll manage to only get back to the line of scrimmage. Very short of the first down. Fourth down coming up. This is taken at his own 30. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drop. He'll find his running back, White.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
He'll air one out for Palmer. That's caught. And he will go all the way. Trey Palmer. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point is good. And the Buccaneers are able to cut into the deficit. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. A good return as he takes it across the 30. First and 10. On play action, here's McCarthy. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
That quarterback called that play in the huddle. That ball was only going to one guy. He was the first read, the second read, and the check down. And it was called to perfection. They got the perfect look and led to a nice gain.
They'll put Addison in motion. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
The whole idea of the play action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion. At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll go play action here with McCarthy. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
A handoff to Pacheco. Room up the sideline at the 45. And they're finally going to bring him down. It's a first down if it stands, but maybe a hold set him free. Here's Pacheco. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. Looking to throw. McCarthy. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. And he looks up and he's taken down right away. Maybe fortunate just to hold on to the ball as he was tackled immediately after hauling that one in. Now, faking the give. Got a man. Good job coming back for the ball on the completion. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late. Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Back to the air once more on second down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down. Back to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on third down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needs to be fast because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter. Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
Back to the air one more time. He connects with Palmer on that one. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play. This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
They've got to go here. It's fourth down. He'll look to throw. Open man is Palmer. It's complete. And he will have the first down. So they roll the dice on fourth down in the red zone. And it pays off with first and goal. That is caught. What a job on the scramble. Touchdown, Tampa. So, certainly some importance to this one now. After the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. And he will get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion is successful. And game on. Lead is down to 3 here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. Here's first and 10. Off the play fake, it's McCarthy. So just under 2 minutes here in this one. Greg and I back for the conclusion in a moment. A give here to Pacheco. Room up the sideline at the 45. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down. They'll stay on the ground and stay with Pacheco. An attack is going to be made down at the 40-yard line.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
On first and 10, here's Pacheco. They'll come up on a second down and 8. They'll run with Pacheco. And nothing on that one. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it.
What makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Here's a handoff to Pacheco, running left. They tried the same thing and a similar result. Back to the line of scrimmage, no gain. Here comes fourth down.
Joey Sly on for the field goal, a 55-yard attempt.
So now a timeout for the Vikings. That is their first, as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to more than a field goal. This one has plenty of leg. And it is good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. That one good for 26 yards. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. A whole lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. Laying out, and he made the catch. What a play. So a win here for the Vikings. They got out of the gates hot, ran out to the big first quarter lead, did not look back as they cruise in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Vikings, as we say so long from Minneapolis.